The rain came down in silver sheets over the wreckage of Outpost Theta, hissing as it hit the molten debris. The air smelled of ozone and burnt metal, the aftermath of plasma fire. Captain Arya Vance stumbled through the haze, clutching her side where a deep scar, years old but forever aching, burned with renewed pain. Her suit's autoseal hissed as it repaired minor tears, but no suit could mend what hurt beneath. She had seen battles before. Pirates, insurgents, even the corporate wars on Europa, but nothing like this. The enemy here wasn't human. The attack had come without warning. The Alliance's deep space exploration vessel Horizon's Edge had detected a signal near Kepler 186f, a lush, emerald world on the fringe of known space. The message was faint but unmistakably artificial. Command had sent her team to investigate. It was supposed to be a first contact mission, not a war. Now everyone was dead or missing. The ground trembled as something heavy moved in the mist. Arya ducked behind a fractured bulkhead, her hand tightening on her plasma sidearm. A silhouette emerged, tall, armored, and silent. Its skin, where the armor left gaps, shimmered faintly like moonlight over water. An alien. It knelt beside a fallen soldier, turning the human body gently, as if inspecting. Then its gaze snapped to her hiding place. Arya fired first, 3 shots sizzling through the air. The figure dodged with impossible grace, each bolt deflected by a flick of its arm-mounted shield. In 2 strides it closed the distance. Its weapon, a blade of light and energy, sliced her pistol clean in half before she could blink. She fell backward, breath ragged. The alien loomed over her, breathing steady through a mask that glowed faintly blue. But it didn't strike. Instead it crouched, its head tilting slightly, studying her face. Then, with one smooth motion, it reached out and touched the scar across her ribs. Arya froze. The contact was gentle, almost reverent. Through the thin layer of her armor she felt a pulse, not physical but emotional. A tremor of recognition. The alien spoke, its voice resonant and layered, the translation device struggling to keep up. "Who did this to you?" The question hit her like a shockwave. She had earned the scar 6 years ago, during the Helios insurgency. A plasma lance from a rogue mercenary ship had torn through her vessel, killing half her crew. The scar was a constant reminder of the price of survival. She swallowed. A human did. The alien drew back its eyes, or whatever they were, narrowing beneath the mask. "Your people," it repeated slowly. The words weighted with disbelief and sorrow. "Yes," she said bitterly. "My people." The alien stood in silence for a long moment, then turned away, deactivating its blade. Its posture changed, from predator to something almost human. "Why are you here?" Arya asked. The alien looked back at her, then at the sky, the endless expanse where her ship had fallen. "We sent a call," it said. "A warning. Not a trap. You came armed." Her chest tightened. A signal. They hadn't been responding to a distress beacon. They had interrupted something else. "What were you warning us about?" she asked, rising slowly. The alien turned its face upward again. "The hollow." The word came through her translator, but it meant nothing. Until the ground beneath them quivered again, not from the alien's presence, but from deep below. The air crackled, the color of the mist shifting to an eerie crimson. "The hollow devours worlds," the alien said, voice rising. "It takes memory, identity, flesh. You woke it when you landed." Arya's heart pounded. "We didn't know." "No," the alien interrupted, its tone fierce now. "You never know. You only take." Arya's hand went instinctively to her chest, to the scar. Her mind reeled with images. War, colonization, conquest in the name of discovery. The pattern was always the same. Humanity reached out and someone else bled. The alien started walking toward the ruins, its massive form moving with purpose. She followed, limping slightly, clutching her injured side. "Wait," she called. "If this hollow is real, if it's coming, then we can fight it. Together." The alien stopped, turning its head slightly. "Together?" It echoed, as if testing the word. "You kill your own kind, Captain Vance. How would you fight beside mine?" Arya didn't answer. The truth lodged in her throat like a blade. They reached what remained of the outpost's central reactor. The power core pulsed weakly, a dying heart. Around it, the ground was blackened, twisted, moving. The shadows shifted as if alive, rippling like oil across the surface. The alien raised its weapon again, but the light along its blade flickered. "Too late," it murmured. "It's feeding." From the dark soil rose forms. Human shapes at first, but wrong. Limbs too long. Faces melting into smooth, featureless masks. The hollow had taken her crew. Arya stepped back, horror gripping her chest. "What do we do?" The alien's voice hardened. "We burn the wound closed." It thrust its hand toward the reactor, pressing something metallic against it. Symbols glowed along its armor, ancient and beautiful, before burning white-hot. "Wait!" Arya shouted. "That will destroy the entire outpost." The alien looked back at her, and for the first time she saw its eyes, clear, silver, and full of quiet sorrow. "That is mercy," it said simply. Then the reactor went critical. The explosion tore through the valley like a son being born. The hollow shrieked, a sound not of this universe, and vanished into ash and smoke. Arya woke hours later, lying amid the ruins. The storm had passed. The alien was gone. Only a faint trail of footprints led into the distant forest, glowing faintly in the starlight. Her scar burned again, but this time it pulsed faintly blue. She stood, disoriented but alive. The horizon's edge had likely marked her as lost. She was alone on this world. But not entirely. Days passed as she wandered through the strange wilderness, guided by the alien's trail. The planet was hauntingly beautiful. Crystalline trees, rivers that shimmered with bioluminescent life. Yet beneath the beauty lay silence, the kind that follows extinction. At last she found him. The alien stood at the edge of a vast chasm, staring down into darkness. His armor was cracked, his mask gone. He turned as she approached, revealing a face both alien and familiar, humanoid with faint ridges across his skin and eyes like liquid mercury. "You should not have followed," he said. "I had to," she replied. "You saved me." He shook his head. "No. I saved what remains of you. The hollow takes more than bodies, it takes guilt, memory, purpose. You must leave before it finishes what it began." Arya took a slow step forward. "And you?" "I stay. To guard the seal. To make sure it never wakes again." She wanted to argue, but the weight in his gaze stopped her. He was ancient, she realized. Not just a soldier, a guardian of something far older than humanity. As she turned to go, he reached out again, brushing his fingers lightly against her scar. "When they ask what happened here," he said softly, "tell them this: your people are not alone. But you must learn what it means to be kind, before the stars themselves turn away." She nodded, the words searing themselves into her heart. When she finally found the distress beacon and sent her signal to orbit, she didn't mention the hollow. She didn't mention the alien. But years later, when she looked up at the night sky and felt the faint hum beneath her scar, she remembered his voice. "Who did this to you?" Your people. And she whispered into the stars as if to him, maybe not forever,